I don't know what happened. Well, maybe it's I'm putting my hand in there. I don't know. How's that grow? Sad, grieving, hormones going around, and really missing my children. My loving Liam. Still coming. It's hard for him though too, because now not only feeling caught between parents, but feeling caught in between parent and siblings as well. You knowing the truth, and they know the truth, but they're carrying on the act. Keep carrying on the act. Come and show kindness to my face and all this. Don't ever act like they're actually afraid of me, like they say. I really miss my sunshine. My girl's not coming anymore for the weekends, and I'm not forcing them. I'm just so tired. See the end in sight. I don't know how it's all gonna go. I'm a human being. It's in God's hands, and I know that everything is in perfect and divine order. It's gonna turn out being better than I could ever dream. Still going through the process and growing through it, right? Still got to keep growing. Still got to make that choice to carry on, to keep getting up, even if I need help to get up, even if I need to be lifted. Just what I need for a little while with me. Just so drained, and I want to give, and I've got nothing left to give, and I can't keep up. My body is not keeping up with everything that I want to do, and I know I'm not the only one, and then I feel like there's all those other things coming in here. Oh, I know this and that. No one's got this one going on, and they can go do that, and this and that, and whatever. That's where we get to. We just got to push and push and push and push, right? We don't stop until, well, our bodies make us, and even then we keep pushing more. Pop some pills to keep pushing through, right? Ignore the body. Keep pushing. That's what I did. Aside from the popping pills part, I don't like it. Pills. I've done that for a time trying to find that pain management. Different things. I've been on the Celebrex, I've been on the amitriptyline, I've been on T3s, Percocets, Oxycontins. I went through them all. I haven't had any of those since 2013, 2015, 2013. It's 2015. Oh no. And I got the medical marijuana prescription, and then I just started making it, and since then that's all I do. I have a couple of times taken the Tylenol because they were here. So I took them to help with a headache, They don't always help, but, sometimes step mild headache pain, they can work on that. Didn't work on anything else. My tincture helps out the most. Doesn't kill the pain, but helps me get mobile again. I don't know what is that for you. I'm so sad and low. Just a gigolo to that. Excuse me. Smell the booger. Look up my nose. Oh, excuse me. I remember things keep coming up and I keep seeing my little jewel in there too. I just wish these people would just stop. Just stop. Not holding my breath they'll ever tell the truth or even apologize or even take any kind of responsibility at all. As their reputations mean more even than the children. Even then. My life. You know, I'd rather have people come right out and be like really obvious that they don't like you or that they're jealous or whatever, instead of acting like they love you and they're concerned and especially when they do that, you know, they say that to everybody else and then they treat you like the lowest for, you know, less than gum under shoe. At least I would even get more attention because it annoyed them a little more than just ignore me easily. Here we go, I wanted to do the Daily Crumb and I'm just, so sad. Again, I trade this lonely feeling over that lonely feeling of when they was all around and I just felt alone. Over the lonely feeling I had pretty much my whole life. Pretty much. It's not across the board, but even still. Always I felt like I had to be a certain way to be accepted and always keep the smile on and keep bubbly, and any time that I cried or was upset, and it didn't soften people around me. Made them harsher towards me. And not all I'm very grateful for those ones that it didn't, that it actually, they had a human reaction to my human reaction and emotion. Kind, empathetic human reaction. Instead of those ones, what's wrong with you? Been trying to figure that out. That's what it used to be. There's nothing wrong with me and there's nothing wrong with you either. A lot of shit that we roll through, and we're all connected. And those ones that cause that pain and hurt, they know they'll have to answer for it at some point. Maybe I'll know how it goes. They'll have a life review at the end of time. They'll, you know, not all knowing everything. You know, you can't hide that from the one that's connected to you. You're always in there, around you, and all that. So God knows. God knows the truth. God knows the truth. People can be fooled. God isn't fooled. God knows genuine kindness and when you're being nice just for show. God knows when you're just trying to protect your reputation, doing more damage to children, hurting the innocent. And then watch the thing too. So I don't want to fall into that. Some people gain more from being the victim and they're perpetual victims. Hey, fine. Right? Somebody likes to abuse, somebody likes to be a victim. Why don't you guys go ahead, hook up? As we should get to the Daily Crumb. Book club coming to my tablets. My tablet died too, so I thought I'd just charge it first before I tried to attempt the Daily Crumb. Because it didn't even save. yesterday on that, so maybe I'll just record on my phone again, just 7-1. We'll see. Well, they're human. Allow yourself to feel those feelings. Understand, we don't have to live there. I'm allowing them to come out instead of denying them. Like, okay, these tears. Yeah. It's because I'm tired, sad. And it's not shit that I'm making up. This is shit that's actually going on. So it's not just from the thoughts in my head. It's from the situations and circumstances that are around me. Things that I have no control over because I can't control other people. I can't control life or the way the world turns, you know? Just gotta grow along with it. We keep growing. And it's that choice. You know, there's that part of me just wants to curl up. And I learned my lesson when I was younger. Wherever I go to hide, I'll be there until I decide to come out. Unless my Jenny's around. She comes looking for me. Not many. Not many. Big reason why I just, okay, I'm gonna choose to be a part of life, Can I wait so long for somebody to come? Nobody's coming. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Be you. Just be you. And I'm gonna be me too. It's all in God's hands. Alright, there's my little ramble. Maybe I'll get to a daily comment. Thank you. Thanks for listening. You cry with me? It's human. We're human. And it's okay to have human feelings and human emotions. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with me. There's something that's very hurtful about what these other ones continue to do. And carrying on. Like this was natural, like this was what was supposed to happen, like this just had to happen and didn't. It was abuse. Call a spade a spade. It's abuse, and it's ongoing abuse. It's called post-separation abuse. That's called the legal abuse, where they use the legal systems to drag you through and punish you through things like that. So call a spade a spade. This is abuse. And if you continue on, you're supporting the abuse. Supporting the abuse. Anybody that contacts him that's in my family, on my side, especially their grandmother, to support their father and not their mother, her only daughter, that's abuse. That's abuse. And there's no excuse for it. There is no excuse for abuse. And it continues till they choose to stop. Or until others stand up and say, hey, what you're doing is not okay. I am not okay with this. Especially in the family that I come from, I thought that we stood up for the children. No. Anybody see the difference in my children now? Look at that. Look at that. They're more drawn. They're more withdrawn. They're more into their games and the addictive stuff. Mouthier, rude. These are behaviors that they're learning. And the more rude and ignorant they are to their mother, the more support they get for that. In an indirect way, like, oh yeah, I know, it's not you guys. You guys don't need to take responsibility for anything. The problem is your mother. Your mother is the problem. You have a poor excuse for a mother. It's what my kids have been told directly. Some things I heard with my own ears. Some things my children told me too when they still talk to me. They were here with me. I got them, father involved. It made it look like we were great co-parenting. That was the hard work that I did. Such hard work.
he'd show up to a couple of things that I set up, and he'd give me a hard time. Finally, he'd show up there and then go off and, oh, yeah, I went to this and did that. He did the peaceful parenting program with me. That was the fight to get him to go to that. And then he didn't even do any of the friggin' things. Anyways, here we go. Nice, my children. So it is. They can keep doing whatever they want to me. It's my children. They are hurting my children. They're hurting my children. When you hurt a child's mother, you're hurting the child. When you hurt a child's father, you're hurting the child. You hurt a child's parent, you hurt the child. Okay. You're getting hurt directly too, because you know what? Kids are now like, let's just raise themselves, right? Let's put them on the screens. We call them spoiled, entitled brats, but who's spoiling and making them feel entitled? You know, children learn what they live. They get programmed by us adults and society around them, and yet we blame them because they follow along and do as we do, not as we say. They do as we do. So enough blaming the kids. Of course, as kids, once we get to a certain point, we're not kids anymore. So enough. Now it's time to look at the adult and stop blaming the inner child inside and look at the adult here. Well, okay, now I'm going to be the safe adult for you. Here you grow. Grow and flourish. I'm here for you. No, you didn't deserve all those things. You didn't need to shut yourself down. Well, maybe you did to survive, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with you for doing that. That's a natural human response. There's responses in these human bodies that is just for survival. They'll shut down and do things we don't have control over. You know, we don't give ourselves functional neurological disorder, things like that, to rewire our brains. We don't do it knowingly. You know, when we're shutting things down, when I got so embarrassed to fart and I could shut that down. And now my body goes into like panic attack. Oh my gosh. And it's just a fart. Okay. And that's one of the reasons I high five my girl. I didn't ever want her to feel embarrassed for your natural bodily functions. Okay. Every body does it. Everybody has gross and stinky things that happens with it. Every single body, no exceptions. We all poop. We all get snot and shoot out of our nose. Earwax, we can all get greasy, oily hair, whatever. Everybody gets a zit sometime in their life, you know. Come on. Perfectly imperfect. Oh, the world would be so lame if we was all the same. Thank you. I go for a kayak today. I'll feel a little better. Paddle my worries away. Just commune with nature for a little bit. See what's going to happen here. Oh, no, what's going to happen here. Another landlord-tenant board coming up in September, and that's looking to evict me because the new owners want to live here at least a year. I don't know. That's just my guess, because I don't know all the rules and stipulations. I see, like, it looks like an S in the leaf there. That's what I'm looking at. I don't know, but, you know, I know when it comes to these money things and stuff like that, people just want the money, and if they want more money for the place and stipulations, and they probably have to say for their policies and whatever that, you know, they probably have to live here. They're on their own for a year before they could find a new tenant. This is just my guess. I don't know. But that's what I'm thinking. I want to charge more rent so they'll get me out of here, because this is a fantastic location. I just, yeah. Wouldn't be able to find a place with this. The rent. It's good here right now because of the rent to own thing and that, but, and I am not. I refused to go back to low income housing. Been there, done that, know how that works my whole life. You get in there and it's really hard to get out of that because it's 25% of your gross income before deductions. 25%. They take that for your rent. So as your income goes up, So does your rent. 25%. And in some cases, I know people that were paying higher than market rent because it was 25% of their income. So there was no way to get out of there. They can't put it away because now the rent's going up. I even had that in the other housing. That was one of the within Wednesdays, breaking the silence. It's when I moved in here. And unfortunately, it's sad to say, it was the native housing that took it. And so they take even more. 25% of your gross income. And then I was getting child tax credit on ODSP. When I was in the regular, like Ontario housing, Peterborough housing, there was a flat rate. And the other one, no, they take the maximum that ODSP will give you for your basic shelter. No wiggle room. And then they used to take, when you got child support, they used to deduct that from your check on ODSP. And then they went, no, that's not fair, because it's not fair. They said, we're not counting that as income anymore. We're not going to count child support as income. But the native housing did. And they wanted 25% of that. So I was looking at it. I added up all my check, all the child's tax credit, and the child support. And what they were taking was more than 25% of all those added in the full basic thing. And they wanted more. And that was the thing when I first moved in here. That was one of the big first things that went off because they cashed my check after I said, don't cash that check. I tried to phone ODSP because I myself, there was no need for it, but I myself, to make it easier for myself, opted into them to pay my rent. So they would pay my rent and then send me the check. Then I didn't have to worry about that. It was always paid. I opted into that myself. But when I asked her, I said, okay, don't pay them directly because I'm moving. I've already given notice. She said I had to come down to the office and sign something. I never got down there because the stuff came out with my girl and my children. And then they cashed the check anyway, and they would not give that check back to me. They did not. And then that was the money I was to use to move, so then I couldn't. It took me longer to get out of the place, and then they kept it anyway and said, well, you didn't get out of here till, and it was just, fucking nice. Excuse me. But it really was, and it really was not fair. That was my moving in here money, that was my little, thing. There was another trip that I had signed up for that I had to cancel, and thank God gave me back the full amount minus the very short administration fee, but it was beyond the time of getting back a refund. I had that all set up. I was going to go do a fire walk and everything I had done. Anyway, so I just keep growing. Now I say with grace and ease, please, thank you. I've had enough. Had enough. I'm so drained. I'm so good being by myself. I'm fine. I'm fine on my own. Like, I can entertain myself and all that. I'm ready to have company again. But yet, I guess I'm not filling out too fast because I don't want just anybody. I want people I can trust in my life. Like, literally, actually, really trust. Whose loyalties aren't to abuse and abusers. Or the ones that's got the most money, or the ones that, have the shinier personality that everybody sees. Their masks are much prettier. Not those ones. No more of those wolves in sheep clothing. Thank you very much. That's why, right? Only a few friends. I don't need many friends. Right, you don't need a certain number of friends. Just a number of friends you can certain of, something like that. Oh no. Anyways, here we go. I'll finish off this and see if I can do daily crime. Maybe I'll just throw this out there for today. See, Dreamy Diet was raining yesterday or last night. I know. Now I'm going for a paddle. Oh, my bigger boat. Maybe I'll try and do a daily crime in the boat. in the big about. If it's not too windy. It doesn't look too windy out there. We'll see. We'll see. Well, thanks for listening. I know I'm not the only one. That's why I share. I know there's others I watch that could actually, like, speak up and say something, you know? Or, you know what? Never mind speaking up and saying something. How about coming and showing me? How about coming and visiting me? No, we love you. Instead of this, if you were closer, how about you make that effort and you come to me? You show me I'm worth the effort. You show me that you love me and I'm worth the effort to come and see me. Instead of how bad you feel that I live so far away and I'm going through all of this stuff. What if you really love me? You come and see me. Okay, thank you very much. I really need that. Not getting the hugs to get. That was a really, really lonely week. My lovely Liam's back to his father, so now it's just me, and then there's no after school hugs. There's nobody. In person. Online, I'm so grateful. Thank you all, my soul sisters and my family. Online there, our soul connections and soul kin. You guys are really a lifeline for me. My Jenny. My bags. Let it go, right? Today's tears of sorrow water the seeds of joy for tomorrow, but we don't have to wait till tomorrow to feel the joy in today. Let those tears fall. Don't wipe them away. Right, they gotta water the seeds. We wipe them away, how are they gonna get down to the seeds? Oh no. Beautiful bags. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you.